There are different points of view about how to approach this experience of ultimate ecstasy, as some people describe it, or ultimate nirvana, or ultimate fulfillment. Have you ever said, "I can't do that. I'm just not like that"? If you've ever used this phrase, you've hit the boundary of how you've defined yourself in the past, and it's affecting the quality of your present-day life. Ask yourself, where did these beliefs about who I am come from, and how old are they? Maybe it's time to update your identity. If your life's worth living, it's worth recording. You either master money, or, on some level, money masters you. You must learn how to handle rejection. To succeed, you must learn how to cope with a little word no, learn how to strip that rejection of all its power. The best salesmen are those who are rejected most. They are the ones who can take any no and use it as a prod to go on to the next yes. It really is understanding how to use money, and not let money use you. Decision is the ultimate power. Decisions shape destiny. You can make a lot of money. You can rule kingdoms or run huge businesses or control vast terrain. But if you're just doing it for yourself, you're not really a success. Expectations send unconscious signals that people respond to. Human beings absolutely follow through on who they believe they are. People are bigger than anything that can happen to them. Your biography is not your destiny, your decisions are. See things the way they are, not worse than they are. I have dedicated my time here on earth to find the tools that can help each of us experience an extraordinary quality of life. I do believe that such a life can only be found by living one's true passion. Without passion, an individual gets caught in the trap of making a living instead of designing a life. When we fall into the trap of getting up each day to reenact an ordinary existence, we find ourselves at a level that is merely one of survival. Put yourself in a state of mind where you say to yourself, creating change. The first step to creating any change is deciding what you do want so that you have something to move toward. Success happens with a consistent increase in quality in your life. Many people say, well, I'd love to make a decision like that, but I'm not sure how I could change my life. They're paralyzed by the fear that they don't know exactly how to turn their dreams into reality. And as a result, they never make the decisions that could make their lives into the masterpieces they deserve to be. I'm here to tell you that it's not important initially to know how you're going to create a result. What's important is to decide you will find a way, no matter what. Most of society thinks that biography is destiny, that the past equals the future, and of course it does if you live there, but what we really have to remind ourselves is that decision is the ultimate power. It's the moments of our life that shape us. I want to be remembered as a great friend, an outstanding father, an amazing husband, and a good soul who always strived to serve God and man. And during that time of service on earth, I would like people to think, he brought joy, love, opportunity, and fulfillment to millions of people. I will tell you one other thing about money. When you don't have it, it sure as hell affects the quality of people's health, and their relationships. And paper money isn't even real today, right? It's all really ones and zeros in computers today. But at the same time, if you don't have it, it certainly affects the quality of your life. Often people talk about how they feel stuck in a situation. You're never stuck. You may be a little frustrated, you may not have clear answers, but you're not stuck. The minute you represent the situation to yourself as being stuck, though, that's exactly how you'll feel. We must be very careful about the metaphors we allow ourselves to use. Let's face it, we're not about to earn our way to wealth. That's a mistake millions of Americans make. We think that if we work harder, smarter, longer, we'll achieve our financial dreams, but our paycheck alone, no matter how big, isn't the answer. Probably the most pervasive false belief most of us harbor is the fallacy that only some superhuman act would have the power to turn our problems around. Nothing could be further from the truth. Life is cumulative. Whatever results we're experiencing in our lives are the accumulation of a host of small decisions we've made as individuals, as a family, as a community, as a society, and as a species. It's not about getting what you want. It's about experiencing what you really need by becoming more. You don't lack resources. You lack resourcefulness. We usually overestimate what we think we can accomplish in 1 year, but we grossly underestimate what we can accomplish in a decade. Effective leaders know that resources are never the problem, it's always a matter of resourcefulness. Most of us make unconscious choices in the words that we use. We sleepwalk through the maze of possibilities available to us. Whatever people do, they do for a reason, and they think that it meets their needs, by their perception. There are so many groups making so much money in the medical care system that any major reorganization is going to make someone unhappy or anxious at the least. I don't know how you do it. Beliefs help us tap the richest resources deep within us, directing these resources to support our desired outcome. Remember, it's not conditions but decisions that determine our lives. Most fears in life rarely come to fruition. The words that we attach to our experience become our experience. We look at what we do to determine who we are. The quality of our questions determine the quality of our lives. I have seen business moguls achieve their ultimate goals but still live in frustration, worry, and fear. What's preventing these successful people from being happy? The answer is they have focused only on achievement and not fulfillment. Extraordinary accomplishment does not guarantee extraordinary joy, happiness, love, and a sense of meaning. These two skill sets feed off each other, and make me believe that success without fulfillment is failure. Who are you now? Who have you decided to become? Make this decision consciously. Make it carefully. Make it powerfully. Then act upon it. Passion is the genius of genius. The quality of one's life is directly related to the quality of questions one asks oneself. As a species, we're not only wired to choose today over tomorrow, but we hate to feel like we're losing out on something. The bottom line is, if we feel like we're losing something, we avoid it, we won't do it. That's why so many people don't save and invest. Saving sounds like you're giving something up, you're losing something today. But you're not. The road to success is always under construction. It is a progressive course, not an end to be reached. Often we are caught in a mental trap of seeing enormously successful people and thinking they are where they are because they have some special gift. Yet a closer look shows that the greatest gift that extraordinarily successful people have over the average person is their ability to get themselves to take action. I'm both challenged and excited. My excitement is, I get a chance to give something back. My challenge is, the shortest seminar I usually do is 50 hours. You and I have that same power at our disposal every moment of the day. At the moment, the questions that we ask ourselves can shape our perception of who we are, what we're capable of, and what we're willing to do to achieve our dreams. You can use your story, or your story can use you. Life is the dance between what you desire most and what you fear most. Happy, vibrant, successful people think and behave in certain ways. So do miserable and unfulfilled people. In other words, there are patterns of success and patterns of failure. The good news is, success leaves clues. All personal breakthroughs being with a change in beliefs. So how do we change? The most effective way is to get your brain to associate massive pain to the old belief. Your current conditions do not reflect your ultimate potential, but rather the size and quality of goals upon which you currently are focusing. Forgiveness, this needs to be our greatest skill. The way to get good at forgiveness is, to be thankful for all the little things you see in the other person. If you want to grow a muscle, you must lift something out of your comfort zone. Push beyond what is comfortable. If you don't, there will be no growth.